just been longing to do one of these, so I've learned a few tips and tricks along the way now, like some new ones that I thought we could try out. Would you mind if I do a little bit of makeup on you today? On you? Yeah, that's cool. Alright, awesome. Okay, so first things first, I can touch your face. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad, I'm so glad. This should be fun. Okay, I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer. Acne Fighting Putty Primer by e.l.f. Yum, I love this stuff. I've never really been victim to acne, but I've always been like cautiously aware anytime I get a blemish or a spot. I hate it and I freak out. So I love that the active ingredient in this is, and I'm gonna say this wrong, salicylic acid. I've found that it's one of the main things that I can put on my face, like literally overnight, and it's gone the next day. It's like a proven concept for me. I love it so much. And the fact that this just has it right off rip in the primer formula was like instant. Like, I've gotta have it, right? I'm not even a big fan of primer. I think I've told you guys that before. I don't wear primer normally, but it does really like hold your makeup for the day. So I wanted to get some. I can see a huge difference in how long the stay of my makeup is. I just love it. So let's just put a little of this on you. There we go. And it's so like buttery and smooth. It's just such a creamy feel. I love it. Oh, that's perfect. Let's just rub that in a little bit. That's great. Excellent. Okay, and over here. Just massage that in a little. Okay. Good. Now, the other thing that I learned, and this is crazy, y'all are gonna be like, no, that doesn't work. If you don't believe me, try it. I'm not even kidding. This is one of the coolest things that I just recently discovered, and I love it so much. And you would think it would make for like a cakey base, but it does not at all, and I love it. Start with a loose powder, or like a baking powder. So I use the Airspun translucent, or this one I think. Normally I use translucent. This one's naturally neutral. It smells a little bit like old lady, but it's quite nice. The powder itself is just like the best powder you can get. I love it. I forgot all of my blenders, my little blender things downstairs, and I'm up in the loft, so I'm just gonna use my brushes. Got this big old powder brush. You can tell I've used this for my powder because it smells like it. It smells just like this loose powder. Okay, and I'm just gonna bake this right in. Good. this loose powder. Then you put on your foundation and your concealer. I know it sounds crazy bananas, but it works. So I've got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in matte soft beige. It's one of my favorites. And we're just gonna do a little bit of a concealer on any little spots, right? Any little spots. Okay, you don't have a lot though. I don't see a lot. We're gonna do a little bit under the eye. And a little bit. We're just gonna do some dots. I have all this She Glam makeup that I need to use. I tried one of their foundations and I really enjoyed it, and I hate to even admit that because I know that we're like all anti-She Glam at the minute, but I just have all this stuff to use up. So that's another thing I need to kind of get rid of, I guess, before I move, which is a whole nother reason to keep doing these makeup videos. Let's just get that in there with this brush here. Just rub that in. Rub that into the skin, just rub that right. Good. Get that all rubbed in there. Good there. And I'm just gonna on my fingers a little bit. You know, they say the warmth from your fingers is really good to get into the crease lines under your eyes. Like, it's really, really good to use your fingers just as long as they're clean and it's sanitary. You don't want to be like rubbing some nasty funk into someone's face. Hold on a second, let me just check this monitor. Okay, thought I heard the babies waking up, but we're good. Next up, I think we're gonna do some brow. Okay, so I've got these little brow scissors. Some brow scissors, and we can just trim up your brows and make them look really nice. Spoolie here. Just brush those right up for you. Brush those right up. Good. Brush. Just spoolie up those brows and get them all looking nice, right? Good. I apologize that I keep leaning out of the shot. We're just gonna now trim those up a little bit. Okay, just don't move, okay? Just stay there. Good. That's good. Just okay. Okay. Then I think we're just gonna use a little of this brow wax. I have this Aoni brow wax and I love it so much. I just got it from the dollar store. I think I bought them out. Just brush those out, brush those right. And it gives it like an all-day hold. Brush. That looks really good. I've got this little like single color eyeshadow that I'm gonna do. It's the same color that I have on here, and that just looks like that, right? It also doubles as a blush, so we're gonna do a little of both. Okay, just gonna use this. Just gonna get a little bit of that right there. Okay, we're just gonna. Good. I love that color on you. It looks so good right there on the creases. I do the same exact thing right there. Right there, just a little bit. I always kind of do a messy eyeshadow look. I don't know why. I just don't care much, I suppose. And because I just like the way that it looks. We do a little bit of a contour and bronzer on you. I've got this NYX contour palette. It's also got some highlighter in it as well. But I don't really use the highlighters if I'm honest. It's always the last thing left over in the palette because I don't really use it. Okay, let's just blush. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little line here on your cheek, like right here on the inner cheek, on your cheek, right here, a little bit of highlight, a little bit on this cheek right here. And if you could just suck those in for me, like, maybe a little bit of a fish face, that's perfect, like that, just like that, that looks great. And I'm just gonna go along the top there, then we're gonna go down the sides of your nose. Great. And then the other side. Perfect. And then right there. Good. Perfect. That looks fantastic. Looking beautiful so far. How do you feel about a little bit of a lippy? Like I'm feeling this berry mousse lippy. I think this one would look really good on you. This is a 2. Let's just you can see it. Okay, I'll show you a little bit. It looks way better on you than it does on me. There you go. Yeah, it's very matte. It dries down super matte. A little bit of mascara. How about the Sky High dupe? Are you okay with that? Okay, gonna do that Sky High dupe. This is the Pater Sky High dupe from Temu. And my niece tried this out the last time she was over with the actual Sky High. It's very similar, she said. She said one is more like the one lengthens and one darkens more. But I'm not sure what order she said. I think the other one makes them look longer. The Sky High, like the real one. And this one just darkens it more. But she liked them both. the new stuff that I've discovered, which I didn't even get through all of it, because some of it was how to like line out your eyebrows and different random